My goodness, welcome to my channel. It's me, the infamous Kiki. I am live. I am live. I am going for a walk and I'm taking y'all with me. But welcome to my channel. What are we going to be talking about today? There's been a lot of love after lockup, love during lockup, after lockup tea that's been dropped that I'm going to discuss and talk about. Now, I'm not the one breaking this tea. All of this is allegedly, all of this is rumor and gossip and conjecture. I can't confirm and or neither deny that any of this is true. Okay, so y'all don't get mad at me or what y'all finna hear. But I will put links in the description when I upload this video. So I will go through and post links of other YouTube bloggers, Starcasm, Mary Pants. These are places, websites and bloggers who get the dirt, who report the dirt. I usually don't report a lot of dirt. I just watch these reality shows and then get back to y'all. But once in a while, when there's been an explosion of stuff, then I try to do it all in one live, and give you guys my opinion. So I'm going for a walk today, y'all. So it's a nice, after cold weather. It's a nice 70 degrees out here, y'all. I hope it's not too windy. Then I gotta come back. Um, but I'm gonna give a walk around the lake. So I'm gonna walk and talk. And I know some of you guys are gonna be watching this. Well, most of you guys are gonna be watching this on the replay, and that's cool. So everybody, on the replay, make sure you like, share, subscribe, um, and thumbs up this video. So you may hear some dogs barking in the background because I am outside, and again, it is a very nice day. So people are walking their dogs. Um, People are walking the dogs. Dogs are barking at other people's dogs. So I do. If you hear that, I hope you guys can hear me. Okay. Okay. So the first person we're going to talk about, several people on the show. The first person we're going to talk about is Talsey. Now, I covered Love during lockup last season. Talsey was on there. Talsey was from Georgia. He was talking to a chick named Santiba. A lot of y'all will roast her because it looked like she kind of had like a balding spot on the top of her head. But Santiba, she was older, a little bit older than Talsey, and she had lost a bunch of weight. If you're not sure, like I said, I'll give links to these stories. Or you want to watch my love during lockup videos, y'all can go watch those. But yeah, Talsey and Santiba were talking and said, like I said, Santiba, I think she lived in Jersey and he was in Georgia, and they found each other online. I forgot Prison Pal or Facebook or whatever, but so Talsey, him and Santiba never met. Like she was gonna go, she had bought him some clothes, and she was staying at a hotel. She was all packed up already to go down there, and then it turns out that Talsey had already been released from prison, and he was already living with a girl named Kayla. And now I'm not sure how he met Kayla or whether he was talking to her before jail, during jail, or after jail. I'm not quite sure. But welcome to whoever's in here. It's hard for me to see. Let me see if I can adjust my lighting so I can see my screen. But anyway, Talsey was talking to somebody named Kayla. Like I said, I don't know if this is a long-term girlfriend or what, but there we go. I can see better. Hello, Ramona G. What's up? Ramona G in the house, everybody. But Talsey was talking to Kayla. He moved in with Kayla. Santiba found out about it, and she just was heartbroken. And for a while on Facebook, I believe, um, the girl Kayla and Santiba was going back and forth, like arguing. So, arguing and everything. I don't know why they would want to be arguing about this man because he wasn't worth ish. Well, to make a long story short, Talsey is back in the news and back in trouble because he is about to go to prison. Talsey got sentenced to 20 years back in May of last year. He was staying with that girl Kayla. She had a cleaning business. He was working with her supposedly in her cleaning business, and they got into a huge domestic issue, and he ended up burning her house down, according to Amber reported this way back then. And so now he's been sentenced, and he's supposed to serve not the full 20 years. If he good behavior, he can get out in like 2027. So Santiba, if she's watching this, girl, you dodged the bullet. And if I'm not correct, um, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't the girlfriend online defending him even after he burned the house down? Wasn't she online saying it was a mistake and it was? I swear to God, I gotta go back and watch those according to Amber videos. But I swear to God that Santiva and Kayla were arguing even after he done burned his broad's house down, and she was still defending this dude, talking about it was a misunderstanding, it was a mistake. According to Amber, released a video today or yesterday, and the whole story is something that y'all just have to hear because him and Kayla, the girlfriend, they got into it. They got into mess. He. I don't know if this dude was drunk or on some sort of substance. I don't know, but it sounded like he was high or something because the whole story is so convoluted and crazy. Like it's like something out of a movie. Like it's something out of an episode of Law and Order. I can't describe to you, but a lot of craziness went on. They got into an issue. He had went to jail. She said, he got out of jail. She was like, okay, go stay at a hotel. We're trying to work some things out. He apparently had a manic episode. I don't know. A manic episode, drug episode. Who knows at this point? Both. Who knows? He go back to the hotel, leaves the hotel, thinking that she cheating with somebody else, holds up in her house, her trailer, and threatens to hurt himself. And he burned down her trailer. Not accident, not a mistake, but this fool burned it down on purpose. Because she wouldn't come home and she wouldn't talk to him. And he thought, I don't know. And then he ran from the police for a minute and hid out in the swamps. Like it is some crazy, crazy, crazy shit story what Talsey did. But he deserves to be locked up. Santiba dodged the bullet on that one. So again, Talsey wasn't ish. He led Santiba on. She was sending him money and everything else. And he lied to her and got out of jail and went with another girl. And, so Santiba better be glad because he probably would have burned down her crib. Because he sound crazy. Like he was in a cop car cutting himself. All kinds of shit. It was crazy. It just, yeah, Ramona G, it's crazy. Like the story is so crazy. You have to go to according to Amber. Like I said, I'm going to leave links in the description when I'm done and I edit the video. But it's crazy. Like it was a story I couldn't believe. My mouth dropped when I was like, he did all that. And then it was like, he acted like he was going to pull the gun on the police. But it was really just his hand. And so he was basically trying to get killed by the cops, I think. Like that's the only reason anybody would ever try to pretend to pull a gun on the popo is because, you want to get shot. So Talsey got issues that he needs to work out himself. He don't need to be in a relationship with nobody. He don't need to be living like he had it good. He was working with her. He had it good. So I don't know what made him go off the rails. I don't know. Like I said, I think he has a mental health issue, substance abuse issue. So that goes into the fact that when these people up here on these in Facebook, these prison pal sites or whatever, you don't know who you talking to, boo. I mean, you just don't. Male, woman, male, female, black, white, gay, straight. You don't know who you're talking to. You don't know what kind of things they telling you. They omitting things and hiding things. And so I'm sure Talsey didn't tell Santiba he had substance abuse issues because he has a whole slew of charges for distributing an intent and substance abuse. He probably has a whole history going back years of substance abuse issues. Again, that's just my opinion. I don't have no, knowledge of that. But I just think that, some of these people that are sitting in prison, a lot of the reason why they're sitting in prison is because of a reason. Not just because they got in trouble or they're poor and they needed some money. A lot of these people sitting in prison because they have substance abuse issues and they have mental health issues. And so, they're not going to tell you that. They're not going to be honest with you a lot of times. So you just have to be careful what you get. So that's the story about Talsey. Moving right along. Next, we're going to talk about Cameron and Eris. They're on this season of Love After Lockup. They on this season. Cameron is the wannabe rapper dude. that just got out of prison. Him and Eris got married, and he got real drunk in the last episode and passed out at the hotel. Y'all know who I'm talking about. If you don't, that's just a brief synopsis of what happened. I heard that they're going to be on the next season of Love During Lockup. So that's what I'm hearing, that they're going to be on the next season. Life After Lockup, I think. So that's what I'm hearing. We know Eris has a daughter. Yeah, the dirt buster. Yeah, because y'all talking my camera look dirty all the time. Now, I don't know about that, y'all, but he's short dude. Eris, to me, like I said, that if y'all watch my live watch of this show, if you subscribe and you know I watch these shows live, that I didn't peep Eris. Like, I have no sympathy for Eris. I have nothing to say about Eris because she's married to the person that she looks right for. I don't care how Eris try to fool y'all and try to talk. To me, Eris, when I saw all of her tattoos, I didn't notice when she got married because she had a wedding dress on and she had short sleeves. But looking at the last episode, I saw all of her tattoos. I'm like, boo, boo, boo. I see you, boo. Okay? I know I know what kind of tattoos she has. And people who get tattoos like that, like, I'm not trying to stereotype. I'm not trying to, pass judgment on nobody like that. But like I said before, I dated dudes with tattoos. I have family members with tattoos. I have tattoos. And I know what kind of tattoos she got. And that's not the tattoos of some bitch working at a bank. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. That's not the tattoos of somebody who went to college for 3 years and you mad because your man is drunk. And that's not the lifestyle you used to. I don't know Eris personally. I don't know her background. I'm not spilling no tea. But I hate to judge a book by its cover, because there's plenty of people out there that's tatted up and everything like that. But people usually don't get them kind of tattoos on her back, her neck, her chest, her arm, unless you about that life, boo. So her trying to get all upset at Cameron, I don't get it. I don't understand it, because I'm just like, oh yeah, baby, this ain't your first rodeo, Eris. This is come on. We trying to act in sedity. Like the old folks say, like what we say back in the day, sedity. Like, she just like, oh, Cameron, this is unacceptable. And blah. I'm like, girl, really? Okay, girl. Okay. Like, so I don't know what kind of person that a lot of y'all watching the show, or the interviews that they've done, or they trying to do damage control, or or she's trying to portray. She about that life. I mean, that's yeah. Like, yeah. So the idea that somehow she was shocked or surprised at Cameron's behavior was laughable. Like, I was laughing. I was like, okay, girl, stop. So I don't know why she's pretending to be, or trying to portray, or trying to project herself as something that she's really not. But even like Auntie, if you watch Auntie's advice, she said that Eris's elevator don't go all the way to the top. So she's like, something's up with her. No, it's not that Eris is dumb or Eris is stupid. It's just the way that she's carrying herself on the show may not be quite, hello Dustin, may not be quite how she really is in real life. Like, and I'm looking at her. I don't know if Eris is, people are saying online, they don't know if Eris is even raising her daughter, because the way she related with her daughter wasn't kind of how a parent talks to a 9-year-old. It was kind of like how a sister or an auntie talks to their kid. That's why I kind of like, something's up here, because she was talking to her daughter way too grown and not with authority. And usually when people talk to their kids way too grown and not with authority, either they the part-time parent, they the parent they see on the weekends. They really not that involved in their child's life like that. So the relationship and the body language between her and her daughter was so weird to me. I was like, that's kind of like how I have with my auntie or something. Like, the way she was talking to her daughter, and she was only 9 years old, was like she was talking to her like they're talking to a damn adult. Well, that's not you. My daughter's 9. That's not you talking to a 9-year-old. So some people saying that Eris may not be raising her kid. So then it came out in an interview, allegedly, supposedly. Yeah, she did send her daughter home before she went. Yeah, she did. And so we're not really quite sure who her daughter's even living with. So, like I said, her body language and the way she related with her daughter, it kind of tells me that somebody else is raising her kid, or have a lot of say-so in raising her kid, because she didn't speak to her daughter like a parent that has authority, like a parent who's like talking to their daughter. She was talking to her daughter like she was talking to one of her homegirls. Like it was weird. But then somebody put that out. Someone's like, "Oh, that's how my dad talked to me. We homies like that." Yeah, but dude, your dad didn't raise you. He was the part-time parent. So the part-time parent, they kind of have a different vibe than the parent that they stay with all the time. This is a different vibe a lot of times. So I don't know that for sure, but then it came out that, we know Eris has a child, that Cameron has a daughter as well. So in an interview, apparently, allegedly, Cameron came out and said that he has a daughter. I don't know how old his daughter is. I don't know where she stays. She probably stayed with her mama. I don't know. But he has a daughter that hasn't been brought up on the show. So hopefully next season, maybe they'll bring her up. Maybe they'll show her. I don't know how involved Cameron is with his daughter. Who knows? But it was strange to me that they was talking about her child, and how these shows just kind of neglect that other people have children. And speaking of children, we're going to talk about Skylar and Nathan. So Skylar and Nathan are on this season. Skylar just got out the halfway house, got out of prison. Nathan spent some time in prison as well. They live in Zanesville, Ohio. They was doing the monster mash on the last episode. It was just real bizarre. But they were at the bootleg ass haunted house. I'm like, what kind of haunted house is this? It looked like it was in somebody's backyard. I was like, what? It was like somebody went to Party City, got some paint, and was having a haunted house in their backyard. I said, boys, this is how we get down in Zanesville. Okay, y'all. Hey, if you like it, I love it. Okay, whatever. But apparently Skylar has two daughters. From what came out on Starcasm, she has a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old. She does not have custody of her daughters. Her oldest one, the father just got out of prison. Yeah, I was shocked, The oldest child, the father just got out of prison like a couple of months ago. And then her youngest daughter, her father was one of the men she was with that passed away. So I wasn't shocked that Skylar has kids. Apparently it's not a secret. She was saying, because they all on her Facebook, so it's not a secret. It's just wetv, I guess, neglected to point that out. I guess because she don't have custody. So probably the person or people, I don't know how many people what kind of custodial situation we got. Some people were saying that they thought maybe the mom had custody, but I don't think the mom has custody either. Like I didn't see no really evidence. I didn't dig too hard, but I didn't see no evidence that Skylar's mom had custody of either one of her kids. But she might, I don't know. But apparently, when you're dealing with custody, the parent has to approve before they get on the show. So people are trying to say that WeTV was hiding the kids, but I don't think so. I think maybe whoever has custody of one of these kids or both of these kids might have been a relative or something. They may have been like, no, we don't want these kids on the show, which is how it should be. It's bad enough that these kids are not with their mama. She don't have custody, so obviously she has. We all know Skylar been in and out of trouble on drugs, and so don't drag these babies through this. Don't drag these kids through this. Their mama got out of prison, so they just trying to form a relationship with their mama, and it's obviously she cares, loves her children. So the idea of putting them on a reality show, I'm glad the kids weren't on the show. Because again, I find it very distasteful when people, have their kids on these shows. Y'all know I don't like that. Y'all know I complain all the time. Y'all know I get mad about that. So, I thought it didn't bother me. It shocked me a little bit, but then not really. I would have figured Nathan would have had some kids too somewhere, but who knows? He might. We just might not know it. So that was the tea on Skylar, which wasn't really too shocking because again, they said they showed pictures of her Facebook and Instagram and the kids are everywhere. So she wasn't trying to hide them, y'all. She was just, she's just trying to get back in their life, and they being raised in the custody of somebody else. And apparently I heard that she was trying to get custody of her kids and went to court and they turned her down. So I'm like, they probably like, she don't have a stable enough life and home environment. This show is not going to help the situation any. To be honest with you, like, I don't think this is gonna help, girl. But so that's the tea on Skylar. So that's the tea. So we did Cameron, we did Skylar, we did Talsey. I'm trying to think. Who's next? Who is next? Then we're gonna talk about Michael. Now, it was shocking to some people in the last episode that Michael and Justine, just Michael's the wannabe rapper, Montana Mills, who got a fake shoe line, and Justine, they just found out they were pregnant, and he's only been out of jail for 3 weeks now, 2 weeks now, 3 weeks. Who knows? I thought it was 3 weeks. Somebody said it was 2 weeks. I don't know. Okay? Either way, she did seem to get pregnant really quick, but I'm telling you right now, for somebody who I got pregnant pretty quick with my daughter. So I'm just saying that, and I was on birth control. So they tell his mama, and she talking about DNA. So they was talking about it like they're the mom, a DNA test for all the kids. And people, was like, well, that's wrong. Some people, not everybody. I thought it was right. If it was my son, I don't care if he's married. I would push anybody. Marriage, long-term relationship, dating, whatever it is, to get a paternity test. First of all, legal reasons. So not only just a peace of mind, or whatever, legal reasons. Even with them being legally married, there's no guarantee that paternity is guaranteed. So you would think that you would want to protect, your family or the interests of the child or the interests of both parties, both parents involved, by getting a paternity test. Yeah, you should. I said, I don't understand why Justine would have got offended, because apparently she's did this to all of her grandchildren. And I don't blame her, because the kind of lifestyle that he was leading and the things that he was doing in the rap industry and him making all that money, any chick could try to latch on to her son for whatever reason, emotional reasons, financial reasons, clout reasons, whatever, free yayo, whatever, like I said, anybody in that situation where you're dating somebody, living with somebody, married, whatever, for legal reasons alone, I think people should get a paternity test, because you never know where the relationship is going to head. Divorce, breakup, separation, whatever. And you don't need that hanging over your head like, I don't even know if this kid's mine or not. Blah, 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 blah. Here you are raising a kid. And they said that Michael's uncle, his mom's brother, was raising a kid for years that turned out not to be him. So the fact that Justine can't respect that boo, and you gonna get in your feelings about it, and you gonna take it personal. This family has experienced some things. So imagine you having a brother or a sister, and they have a child, and you loving this child, and I'm sure, Michael's mom was involved with this niece or nephew or child or children, her brother's child, and taking care of it and welcoming them to the family. And you had picnics and barbecues and swap meets and Christmas photos, and you all up there with the family, because Michael's family seems very tight-knit and close. So then your kids is like, this is your cousin, and then turn out that this child that you thought is family, not even related. So I couldn't even imagine the fallout from that, not only for her brother, but then also for the rest of the family. I mean, what about, Michael's grandma and grandpa? Maybe they was thinking that this kid was their kid. Like, that's terrible. So the fact that Justine would get in her feelings about that, that's childish and immature. I would never begrudge anybody in this situation. If she did it with the other kids, what makes you think that, you are somehow different or special? I just don't understand it. Justine want to be special. She want to do different things. She want to be mommy to Michael's kids. She don't want no DNA test, even though all the baby mamas got DNA tests. She want to be like, well, we're married and blah, blah, blah. Like, I hate people, male, female, married or not, that always want to be the exception. that always want to do. They just, you tell them, look, I don't want to do this. I want to do that, and then they get in a relationship with you, and then all suddenly they want to change everything. They just like they're not listening to you. I've been there. I've been there. I've been there. I've been in a relationship where I done told you, there's certain things I just don't do. I don't introduce my kids to you, and I don't do all that. Okay, cool. It's cool in the beginning. Then 6, 7 months later, they're like, so I'm not gonna meet your kids. I thought we went through this. I thought we was okay. Well, yeah, you said that. I said that, but what? Well, you think I was lying? You think I was just? You think somehow you were an exception to the rule? There's no exception. That's how I get down with my children. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's how I get down with my children. I don't let dudes have no relationship with my kids. So again, I've had several dudes get in their feelings, get their panties all up their booty because somehow they thought they were different. They were somehow, excluded from everybody else, that they was different. And then on top of that, they wasn't doing nothing to be different. So you want to be different, but you're not doing nothing to be different. So Justine, again, wants to be different, wants to be special. But what have you done special? You didn't held it down. You didn't held him down in jail. So you mean to tell me all these chicks? He got 4 kids by 4 different women. Okay. So you mean to tell me that Michael's been in prison before? You mean to tell me that none of these women in jail held him down when he went to jail before? This ain't the first time Michael's been in jail. So you mean to tell the other times that he went to county jail, prison, in trouble with the law, in trouble with the streets? You mean to tell me out of all these baby mamas he got, none of these women held him down? Just Justine. Just her. She different than baby mama number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. 4. You different, Justine? Okay. You different. Okay, but what? Because you got a ring on it? Because you're married? That may be the only difference. He was with one chick I read online for years, while he was with another chick at the same time. He had 2 kids at the same time. But somehow Justine is different. Okay. He ain't gonna do her like that, right, y'all? Right? You thinking you special will get you caught up in some shit. Will get your heart broken every fucking time. Because I tell people when it comes to relationship, past is prologue. And people are who they are. And a lot of times, things can be different for you in your relationship. It can be. But it don't stray that far, boo. It just don't. It just don't stray that far. So, that's my tea on that. Ain't really tea. That was just kind of like commentary. I'm trying to think what else we got. So next season, Lindsay and Blaine. Here's the highlight of them all. Lindsay and Blaine. So Lindsay was on one season of Love during lockup. She was with some dude named Scott. I never saw that season. I didn't start watching until the season after that. So last season she was with Deontay. She latched onto got in a relationship with Deontay while she got out of jail and lived with her friend, quote unquote, Blaine, who really liked her. To make a long story short, her and Deontay didn't work. And then her and Blaine started hooking up, started knocking the boots, Gina. So they're going to be on this coming up season of Life After Lockup, starting next Friday. Watch me, subscribe, we'll be here. And so Lindsay, who, in my opinion, is trying to milk all of her 15 minutes of fame by being on this show, she didn't find her grift. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at nobody getting the bag. Okay? But I have no interest in seeing them at all. I saw through Lindsay. Like I said, I didn't see her on the season with Scott. I didn't know what people were talking about. But when she came on the show, I was like, okay, I see through this hoe. Like, girl, come on now. You just want to be on the show and want a free paycheck. You're a runner, you're a track star. Okay, girl. Like, come on now. Let's go. So she apparently finds out some shit about Blaine that she didn't know. Allegedly, according to Sarcasm and other bloggers, that Blaine got a whole ankle monitor from the state of Mississippi. He has an ankle monitor. Why does he have an ankle monitor? Because apparently Blaine was found passed out in his truck or car. The police tried to revive him, and apparently he had that meth, M-E-F, meth, on him. He was high as fuck on methamphetamine and passed out in his truck. And when the po-po got to be like knocking on your window and you ain't, yeah, so they arrested him for a possession of illegal substance and some other shit. And so now he has to go to court. He bonded out of jail, but Blaine is on an ankle monitor. And Lindsay did not know that. And Blaine is on house arrest. And apparently Lindsay didn't know that either. Allegedly, she didn't know that. So that's what we're going to find out on this season of Life After Lockup. So all these people who supported Blaine, and like Blaine is so, I read the silliest ass comments. The silly comments that people made about Lindsay and Blaine, and like people was dogging out Deontay. I was like, y'all crazy. Blaine is so handsome and he's better for Lindsay. He missing like 10 teeth. Like what? I was so confused. I was like, Blaine looks so good. Blaine look good where? He looked like a crackhead. I'm like, he looked like a meth head. Like Faces of Meth. He would be up there. Talking about Blaine. I'm like, Blaine where? Blaine who? He looked like a clucker. A crackhead clucker. Like, for him to be in, Blaine used to be in prison before, and then now, for him to have charges of meth. I said it is what it is with him and Lindsay. So all these people up there that was dogging out Deontay and Blaine is so much better. I said, okay, ruh-roh. Now y'all see that this dude is a total crackhead. Like I ain't trying to be talking about people like that, but I ain't never done drugs. But I could look at that dude and tell him, I was like, oh, that dude, he's on something. So I don't know. Like, I don't know what other people were looking at and what they saw, but I was like, baby, y'all need to go sit down somewhere. So I don't know if that was Lindsay's friends in the comment section, if that was people that she knew from the show, that was, or this was just regular viewers. Some of these people was making the same comments underneath videos and pictures and posters. I was like, this sound like the same people going around making comments. So I don't know if Lindsay had some kind of crackhead bots out there. She maybe had some meth bots. The meth bots was coming out hard for Lindsay. Yeah. So the meth bots were coming out hard and strong for Lindsay against Deontay. And they was dragging Deontay and dogging him. And I was like, Deontay didn't deserve that. He was a victim in this situation. Lindsay didn't like him. She just used him to get back on the show. I mean, we all knew that. Deontay knew that. Everybody knew that. Blaine knew that. Everybody knew that. But the idea that you got to drag this man too and have people dragging him, then you going around doing interviews and come on now. That was, a lot of that was uncalled for, Lindsay. She didn't have to go there. Then you had the meth bots come out. I mean, come on. That's why I like talking to y'all. Y'all bring out the bad in me. But yeah. So I think that's all I have. That's all the gossip that I have right now, y'all. If I miss something, I'll come back and do another video and do a live. So I appreciate people being here. Ramona G, Dustin, anybody else here, make sure you thumbs up the video, you like, you comment. What do you think about Cameron, about Talsey and this hot mess? Like I said, I'm not home right now, but I'm gonna try to upload all the stuff, the links to these websites and bloggers. I'll probably put Amber, according to Amber's video, in my community section. So if you subscribe, you'll be able to see my community section. And I repost all kinds of videos and stuff that I see on the internet. So you'll see that. Oh, I almost forgot Derek. Derek and Monique. How could I forget about Derek and Monique? Jesus Christ. I almost got out of here anyway. The tea on Derek and Monique ain't too shocking. But the sister Elizabeth Cartel, she's on Instagram and Facebook. She's the one that don't like Monique. She posted the other night, after the episode aired, saying that they were invited to the family barbecue. They didn't really want to go. They were basically in a roundabout way saying that the producers made them go. They did show up late. They said they was high as fuck. They said this. They're saying this, not your girl Kiki. They are saying that they was high AF, and they said they didn't want to go, and the producers were rushing them, and they got there late, and they pulled up, and they said that the producers edited out a lot in their video. That they edit, you could tell that it was edited heavily. Like I'm sitting there going, what is happening? He got there, he made some food, and then his dad and his great grandma and his aunt showed up. Then next thing you know, they was done eating, I guess, and then the sister showed. Like it was edited straight to hell. So you could tell that something else went on. Some other stuff went on. They said it was heavily edited out, and so they were kind of upset that they didn't show the whole video. But they said that they was high as fuck, that they didn't want to go, and they just showed up. And all the madness that Monique talked, she was sending messages, to them talking about pull up and all that. And then Monique didn't get out the car. She didn't do nothing. Like she just stood there, locked the door, and took off. And I'm like, I said, boy, Monique, she really tried to act like she big and bad and she about that life, and Monique is not. Monique is scary, y'all. She got Twitter fingers. She got Twitter fingers. She one of these people that get on the internet and cuss people out and say all this, I'm gonna beat you up, bitch, and all. And then Monique didn't do nothing. She didn't do nothing, honey. Nothing. Monique did nothing. She drove off. She locked the door. Monique is scared. But yeah, the sisters say, and I'm gonna repost a video in my community section about what she was saying, how they edited the video and how it didn't go the way that people think it went. And I could tell that it was really choppy. The edit for the whole episode was bad, but their parts, it was really, 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 really bad. Like I was like, what's going on? I was so confused. I was like, what is happening? What's going on? What? So, like I said in my video about the Monique and Derek situation, it's not the fact that Monique is a big girl and everything like that. It has nothing to do with anything. I don't care about the way Monique look, or act or whatever, nothing to do with that. But the point is that she got mad at the sisters. This all started because the sister made a post on Facebook saying, hey, my brother got out of jail. What women want to highlight him. So she got mad and decided to comment and then say some trash talking, talking about why would you post this and blah, blah, blah. And then the sisters came back and posted back to her, and it's been going back and forth ever since. She has said some things that should not have been said about the sisters. They have said things about Monique that was just low down and dirty, so it goes back and forth. Derek, has tried to be the peacemaker and try to be like, okay, but the sisters, they admitted that they're headstrong and they are this is how they are. They're more reactionary and headstrong, and that they talk a lot of ish and they wild and they ghetto, and they said Derek is more low key and he's more the peacemaker and they are more the fighters. So when you got sisters who are like that, or relatives who like to fight, who pop off at the mouth, he tried to tell Monique, you gotta rise above it and be cool, but Monique don't want to. And so what are you going to do about that situation? But I defend the sisters all day. Like I said, I don't defend the way they acted. I don't like all that loud talking and that ghetto fight. I think once you get to hit your 30s, you should be over that. But Monique didn't have to feed into it. But I just got to say it all goes back to Derek. Derek tried to be the peacemaker. But the point is, he was talking to Monique. And I honestly really think, and this is just my opinion, okay, that Derek did not tell his sisters or his brothers that he was serious about Monique. I think Monique was just one of the chicks he was talking to in prison, one of many, one of several. He showed videos on that tablet of all the different chicks that were sending him videos and he was talking to and all of that. So we know that Derek is a liar and a cheat, and his family knows that. So when he got out of jail and Monique went to go pick him up from jail, they was like, who is this chick? Who is this 300-pound looking Magilla gorilla? Who is this? Because again, Derek didn't, I don't think he told his family, this is who I plan to be with, this is who's going to pick me up. I don't think the sisters even knew that Monique was going to pick Derek up from jail. Or they may have thought somebody else was picking him up, but not her. So the idea that, again, I go back to saying what I said in my video when I watched it live. You cannot expect me to respect somebody if you don't respect them. You know, you can't expect the brothers and the sisters to take Monique serious as a serious partner when they know that she's not, she thinks it's serious. But the truth is, it's not. So again, if I had a brother and he was seeing 2, 3, 4, 5 other chicks, and two or three of them think that they're engaged, they may have got a ring. They may think that they're girlfriend, but they're not. And then they want to fight with me and say things about me on my Facebook or in person or whatever, and they want to get mad at me thinking, well, you're taking my man away from me and blah, blah, blah. I would shoot back and be like, okay, enough of this. Look, honey, you're not even a girlfriend at this point. You're nothing. So if somebody want to get at me like that, I'm just going to smack her in the face with the truth. Monique thought or thinks or did think, I don't know which one, that her and Derek was going to ride off into the sunset and they was going to be together and they was going to have babies and whatever she thought or thinks or still thought. I don't know. I don't watch these people's social media. But again, she was thinking that her and Derek were the only people talking. Hey, Leo Line, what's up? You know, Monique thought her and Derek were together. Monique thought she was holding Derek down. Monique thought her and Derek were in love. What Monique got to understand is that she was in a relationship in her mind and by herself. That she was in a relationship, but Derek was not. So again, as the sisters come into play, how you expected them to respect you as a woman when your man don't respect you? You don't respect yourself enough to get out the situation and see what the truth is. They separated. Derek's out with another woman seeing the CO and doing this on national TV. But then apparently y'all back together. Y'all are doing photo shoots. Y'all doing weird ass photo shoots. Y'all engaged supposedly or whatever. Derek is like, I owe Monique because she held me down. It ain't like I love Monique. I'm attracted to Monique. She's a person I want to be with. It's like I owe her. I don't want to be with somebody that feel like they owe me something or it's an obligation or because I held them down and sent them money in jail. She didn't even go see Derek in jail. So I'm just confused as what the sisters and his family are supposed to think. Because they looking at her like, okay, this the third chick we didn't met in 2 months. I mean, I'm saying that lightly. You know, I'm saying that as a joke. I don't know if that went on for sure. But when he goes out with his brothers and they out at the club or at the bar, you mean to tell me Derek ain't talking to other women? He not looking at other women? So again, how do you expect the brothers and sisters to respect you, Monique, when Derek don't even respect you? How are you supposed to be like, I'm his woman and he's supposed to be with me and you got trackers on his phone, you got cameras in the grandma's house? I'm confused. Again, if it was my brother, my friend, or whoever in this situation, Leo Lyon said, I think the show put them back together because they was bringing in the ratings. I agree. I don't think that Derek and Monique are together. I really don't. Not like that. They may talk. They may talk. They may text message each other. They may see each other because now the show, they in the second season of the show. But I told everybody, I don't care what photo shoot, what pictures, what situation the producers put them in. Again, I think the photo shoot was set up by the producers. I'm going to say it again. The photo shoot was set up by producers, in my opinion. That was too contrived. That was too set up. Them pictures didn't even look like something that they would even come up with or do. It looked like a setup by the producers. I don't put anything past WeTV producers or reality show producers. They'll set up all kinds of fake scenarios, all kinds of photo shoots and dates and all kinds of shit. She said, because remember, we didn't see them at first during the promos. No, we didn't see them at first during the promos. I think they were just added to the show. So it's like I said, you can't trust reality show producers. They're gonna do whatever they do to get the bag and bring in the ratings. So and I just feel like it's all fake. It's all a setup. And that they not really together like that. And I believe this is a fake relationship. Like they've done it before. The producers have done this before on other reality shows. Have fake people in fake relationships and doing lives together. Kim and Usman were doing lives together. And they were all doing interviews together. And it turned out that we found out, oh, oops, they're not even together. Oops. Oh, Kim and Usman, they've been broke up. But they still friends. Y'all still friends for the show. Y'all still doing it for the gram because y'all doing it for the views and the clicks and the show. We all knew that Kim and Usman were not together. I told them, I said, it didn't look like they together. Oh, but they on live together and blah, blah, blah. So what? They doing this just to get y'all to watch the damn show. Let me take my jacket off. And so, Derek and Monique, it's fake. It's fake. I don't believe that they still together. Yeah, and then when she got into it with Funky Dineva and all that, like Leo Lyon said, that brought more views and more people, and then WeTV is like, we got to capitalize up on this shit. Oh, boy. Oh, Nelly. Yeah. So I think that it is for just for the show. And then I think a lot of the stuff that the sisters are doing and the stuff that they talking about, I think it's just to bring viewers onto the show, and then maybe sisters are trying to get their own side deal or whatever. They trying to do what they do to try to bring viewers to the show and maybe get their own show and their own side deals or whatever. Woo. But nobody can convince me that this is real, that they're still together. Because again, at the end of last night's episode, Derek was out living his best life. He was out with another chick living his best life. And again, you can't expect me to respect somebody that you don't respect. Any of my friends, if you my friend, you're bringing around a dude, and I know you with 2 or 3 other dudes, I'm gonna be cordial to the dude. I'm gonna be nice to the dude, but I'm not gonna be sitting up here treating the dude like he's fixing to be my brother-in-law or the chick is finna be my sister-in-law. Like I'll be sitting there like, okay, I know this person. Y'all not finna get married like that. I'm not gonna take it serious. And then if that person stops bumping off at the gums and going on social media and cursing me out and sending me messages, then I'm really finna let them know that they ain't shit. So I'll be like, I ain't no killer, but don't push me. Like you can have your relationship, you can do whatever. I can be cordial, I can be all that. But when the person that you with step over the line and then they start coming after me, I'm like, oh no, I'm finna let this dude and this chick know what it is, what the damn deal is. You ain't nothing. I don't have to respect you if you trying to come after me and trying to get mad and trying to be like, me and Derek, that's my man, and this. Girl, that's not your man. Your man is for everybody. He's for the streets. These hoes be for everybody. Derek be for everybody. And like I said, for him to sit up there and pretend that he likes Monique, he know he didn't like Monique. Or that was the only, if for Monique to be sitting up here watching the episodes, I would have been embarrassed and livid if I am sitting here on this show and he sat there and had a whole motherfucking iPad of bitches. He had an iPad of booty shaking, titty shaking, twerking. He had an iPad full of bitches. Okay? You think I'm finna get on the internet and defend that? I would have came on the internet the same day. I would have went on live and would have been like, fuck that motherfucker. That fouled off little light-skinned motherfucker. He could have had them iPad full of bitches. Because like I said, I can put up with many things. But if a motherfucker in your face, putting it in your face that he cheating on you, he was seeing somebody else. He was seeing somebody's, again, somebody's else. We're not going to know the truth. Only Derek really know the truth of how many chicks he was really talking to. Because he was really talking to that CO chick real hard. She was thinking that he was going to get out of jail and they were going to be together. She really did. So, God knows she may not be the only one. There might have been other chicks in different states. He may have had different hoes in different area codes. So far that we know. So the idea that Derek was just talking to this CO chick, no, I think the CO chick is the only chick he was talking to that was probably local, that lived in the same area. She said, but WeTV better be careful because I've been feeling that fight might backfire. Yeah, I think it might backfire. So we shall see. But yeah, the Derek and Monique situation, I don't understand. I mean, I understand the sisters, what they were fighting back and forth on the internet. That made it blow up. The Funky Dineva thing made it blow up. But it's just another situation of a prisoner using a person, just like Deontay got used a few times. I mean, Monique and Derek may break up. She may go start talking to another dude in prison. I wouldn't mind seeing her on another season of Love during lockup or whatever. So all I'm saying is to all these people out here in this situation, Derek and Monique and everybody else and the family members, start your own Facebook page, start your own YouTube channel, start posting your own videos on your YouTube channel and get monetized. Don't, post this shit on Instagram and Twitter for free. It's not going to get you paid, boo. I mean, these people, they should start their own YouTube channel. I don't know if they can. I don't know. I don't know if there's a clause. I don't think so. I don't know. But I'm just saying that I would be out there trying to get my shit monetized. The sisters got all these eyeballs on them. They have all these things going on because of this show. You have to capitalize that. So they need to start their own brand. They need to start making t-shirts. They need to call me, boo, and we can hook it up. I can make you t-shirts. I can get your brand going, girl. You got some favorite catchphrases or sayings that you like to say. Girl, I can design a t-shirt, set you up an Etsy shop, and have it on and popping in a minute. Don't let this opportunity go by just so you can be on the internet talking shit and foolishness. Yeah, you can talk shit and foolishness, but get paid because WeTV is getting paid off of your foolishness right now. Derek, Monique, Elizabeth, all of y'all. So don't let WeTV just get paid off the fuckery and the foolishness. They should, especially on the ASAP, because there'll be other couples getting popular after them. Right, you got to strike while the iron is hot. Why are you on Instagram making videos, boo, and talking shit about Monique? Why? Yeah, you can do that, but I'll be on Facebook doing it. Go to Facebook. Do a day in the life. I'm sure they have a lot to say. I'm sure they have interesting lives. Like I said, Derek's sister Elizabeth is transgender. Girl, do you know? I mean, and apparently she has an OnlyFans. She's transgendered. Apparently she's, a model or an actress or an adult star or whatever. Girl, please use this opportunity to get your bag up, sis. Get your bag up. Like, I mean, come on. Like I said, Derek's sister is to me isn't a very, very attractive lady. She's attractive. So, she had OnlyFans and all that before. She should be directing people to go to her OnlyFans or her page or have a YouTube channel and start posting videos. Like I said, she looking thick and cute to me. Like, I'm not even into women. I'm not into transgendered men, but I mean, Elizabeth Cartel, call me, boo. We can hook something up. I don't mean like that, like, sexually. But I'm saying that if you want t-shirts, you want to start your own clothing line, you would just want to do something to capitalize upon this popularity that you probably will never ever see again. Don't just use the show just to get a little measly $2,000 a week paycheck. Use this show as a way to get a clothing line, t-shirt line, OnlyFans, all of it. Do all of it. And use it just like other people on 90 Day Fiancé, all the rest of these shows. They use this show as a way to get their own purses, their own clothing line, their own makeup, whatever. Yeah, Michael and Justine is trying, and Cameron and Air is doing interviews, so I'm sure they're getting paid some. Yeah, instead of doing these Instagram videos, they should be trying to do interviews and getting paid. They should be on Cameo doing Cameo stuff and getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Like you just have to learn how to be savvy about this. If I had that kind of shot at fame, I mean, I would be on it. I wouldn't be just motherfucking bumping my gums on Instagram. I wouldn't be just bumping my gums for free on IG. Like why? I wouldn't be sitting there, I'm bumping my gums for free on you driving up Instagram views. You driving up Instagram analytics? No, baby. Get your own YouTube channel. Get monetized. I promise you, they'll probably have 1,000 subscribers just like that. So, yeah, it's missed opportunities. You gotta have a business mindset. Same thing about Deontay. He on Instagram going live and doing this and doing that, and I'm like, boo, what? I mean, why ain't you starting he over there had like a little Nicole, like that little sex toy or whatever he had. I'm like, he could have hooked up with a company. He could have hooked up with a company and got his own line of sex toys. He could have hooked up with a company and got and put his name on it, Deontay, for your pleasure, and could have had his own line of little Nicole's. There are distributors and companies that do that. Deontay definitely, yes, he definitely missed the bag. I mean, yeah, he got an OnlyFans and all that, but boo, have your own line. He could have had his own line of adult products and adult toys. There are plenty of companies would have did that, would have branded him, would have had him doing all kinds of things. And he could have had, like I said, a whole line of adult type toys. It's not that hard. You just get a label, pop a label on it, you could have got a website, they could have hooked him up with a website. He could have did sponsorships. I'm sure some companies probably approached him, or he could have approached them. That's why you need, the first thing you need to do is get you an agent, get some kind of representation when you get on these reality shows. I have to start schooling these people. But yes, the best thing to do is to get representation. Yeah, the adult industry is booming. Yeah, Candy from Real Housewives of Atlanta, she got her own line of adult products. It's booming. It's very booming. I used to sell adult oil on my Etsy shop, but they made me take it down, y'all. They were saying that they don't approve of selling any kind of adult products on Etsy. So hopefully one day it will change. But it was one of my best sellers. I had like this edible oil, and it was one of my best sellers, y'all. And it's like I said, it's not hard to do. So anyway, that's my video, y'all. I'm finna go to the store. I'm finna get me something to eat. I did my little walk. Now I'm finna turn around and head home. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you got any comments, please put them in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe. Share the video if you feel like you want to share the video. And I will be back sometime this week. Hopefully, if some more tea pop off, then I'll be here to pop off. But I appreciate everybody coming in here and visiting. Ramona G, Leo Lion, anybody else, Dustin that came in here. Yeah, I'm trying to be careful out here. It's a long day, y'all. I've been trying to clean up out this fish tank because my fish died. So I had to clean all that up and bury the fish. We did it. We did have a ceremony yesterday. We had a homegoing ceremony for our fish. My daughter was very upset about poor Blue Cheese. That's his name, Blue Cheese, that died. So, but anyway, y'all have a great Sunday, and peace out, y'all.